welcome back. On today's podcast, we're gonna be talking about nature. So, about the environment and nature in general, and how it connects to us spiritually. Okay, so we as human beings are a big part of nature, whether or not you've considered your role, in nature, as in we all come from nature, we exist within it. Hence, it's normal to feel a certain connection or pull towards nature. You find that when you go to a place where there's a river or a forest or mountains or hills, you just pulled towards it. You just want to look at it. You just want to feel the moment. It's because we are part of it. That's why we feel connected to it. Okay, due to our busy technology heavy lives, we have been pulled further away from nature. So you find that most of these times, day to day, most of the people are programmed to 8 to 5. You come back from work, cook, eat, sleep, and repeat the same schedule, and you forget who you are. You forget you're a part of nature. You forget that you are within the nature. Okay, so by working towards restoring this spiritual relationship, we feel more at ease in our daily lives and within ourselves. Okay, you find that if our environment is clean and positive, it has a positive impact on all other layers of our existence. As a result, they come into perfect balance, and we're able to experience a greater sense of peace and connection within ourselves and with others around us. Okay, I think when your environment is clean, or let me give an example of when you declutter your room and you clean everything in your room. Okay, you just feel this sense of peace. You just feel this sense of light. You become more lightweight. It's because your environment is clean, the aura is clean. And in terms of environment, I'm talking about your inner self, because there's an environment within yourself and also the external environment. Okay, so you should make sure that wherever you're staying, do not litter, do not do stuff that you wouldn't wanna. If you are a tree, you wouldn't wanna be intoxicated with the plastic bags, with things like that. Let's try to minimize. Even when you're walking on the street, you have that plastic bottle with you. Try as much to keep it in your bag and go and throw it in the correct place. It's not cool to just dump anything everywhere. It affects you. It affects your children and your children's children, and even people that you're close to. Okay, so an intimate relationship with the environment is built into the human's psyche. Okay, historically, nature, mountains, rivers, we see the trees, the sun, the moon have always been honored in most and almost all ancient cultures. And the thing I love about these ancient cultures is they loved nature, and you wouldn't see them destroying nature like the way we do today. Honestly, you find people cutting trees and they do not even replace them. The other day I was having a conversation with someone, and he was telling me that trees are supposed to be the most expensive things in the world. And I was like, oh my god, that is so true. How come I've never thought about that? Because trees take so long to grow and so long to mature. But once they're cut, they're sold at a throw price, and no one even, okay, we're not comparing this to money, but we're seeing like trees take so long to grow and people just cut them and think it's okay to cut them. It's not okay to cut trees, you know. Let's make it a habit. Wherever you're going, plant a tree, or wherever you're staying, try to plant a tree, because these plants connect with us, and the moment you reward Mother Nature, you do something good for the earth will always want to keep you close to it. Okay, so it's only when we start moving away from our connection to nature and ourselves that we begin polluting and destroying our environment. We need to abandon these poor attitudes and mindset that foster our connection with nature. You find that people really in this world really don't care. Like if a tree is cut, it's okay, they don't care as long as they're getting money in their bag, money in their pockets. And this is not who we are. This is not human. This is just something else that has been put into our minds, or we have developed a don't care attitude towards our environment, and we forget that we are part of that environment. And for us to survive, we need the world. We need to be in the world to survive. Okay, this day we live in a world where many have become gluttonous and want to make instant profits and achieve snappy results. Their actions disrupt the ecological balance and not only pollute the physical environment, but also stimulate negative emotions on a subtle level, within themselves and also in those around them. Okay, so you find that when you connect with nature, you become at peace. You tend to think clearly. When you go to a forest, you start processing thoughts, becoming your higher self, and things like that. Okay, once these trees are cut, the area or the land is filled with buildings. There is no connection anymore. We become like vampires. Okay, we start thinking about ourselves only, and we start imagining things that are not there. Okay, we start feeling we are just full of ourselves. You see, like right now we have so many industries here. They're polluting the rivers, they're polluting the air, and no one is saying anything about it. You see, as long as there's money in the pocket and money in the bag, no one wants to talk about it. And it's really sad, because our children and our children's children are depending on this. For instance, weather patterns in Africa have actually declined, and now farmers do not know when they can safely plant their crops and have something to yield. You see, because the trees have been cut, there's pollution, the ozone is depleting, what is it called, I've forgotten the name. When I remember, I'll just jot it in. So it's becoming a crazy world. You know, the heat has become too much. It's no longer a conducive environment to stay in. And you find that all these low vibrational energies expand and compounded repetitively are the root cause of so much violence and misery in this modern world. Nature has its own means of balance. If you're keen on observing nature, you will see that the 5 elements that form its basis are opposed to each other. We have the 5 elements, which are water, air, land, what is it else? Fire. I can't remember the other one. Okay, but you'll find that water destroys fire and fire destroys air. Okay, there are so many species in nature. When you look at the birds, the reptiles, and the mammals, all these are different species and are hostile towards each other, yet nature balances them out perfectly. You see, we can survive because I understand that these industries, wood, these things we need from the wood, there are things that we need them in the today's world, okay? But we can learn how to balance them out perfectly, since we are the ones who were given the ability to think and to take care of them. But it seems like the other animals and the are smarter than us, because honestly people are just too low in thinking. People are greedy, people are selfish. That's why you find that there's low vibration, and these negative vibrations and imbalances. We need how to learn from nature how to balance opposing forces, both within ourselves and then in the world that we live in. So once you learn how to balance and learn how to live with nature and others, you can learn even how to connect with nature. This includes cloud gazing and stargazing. Okay, this includes just finding a forest, finding a beach, going barefoot, connecting with nature. Appreciate the nature and feel the nature. You can moon gaze, okay, sun gazing in the morning. This is a collection of DNA. You get friendly with the elements, the water, the land, fire, okay, and you also listen to your body because you are a part of nature. You are able to tap into any part of nature because it is inherently in you. This is the key to spiritually connecting with nature. No matter how long you tend to stay indoors, or you think you can stay under a desk or under a fluorescent lighting, cleaning the bathroom, so on and so forth, the truth remains that you are nature and nothing can take that away from you. So let's learn how to balance nature. Let's be smart. Let's learn how to plant trees, take care of nature, connect with nature, feel the nature, embrace the nature, and you'll see how the world will change. Stay tuned for other podcasts. Thank you for listening, and thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. Bye.